Is Diddy cooked, y'all? That's the poll. I want a real poll. I wanna, y'all, we the jury. We the jury. Fuck all of that other shit. We ain't even by the way. We didn't heard enough. We didn't heard enough. We the jury. We the jury, man. Niggas be thinking because somebody did a YouTube video, that's not a testimony. You think a bodyguard that was working for Diddy for 15 years, him saying something on a YouTube channel that got over 100,000 views, you think the feds ain't see that? He might as well have testified. That's better than testimony in court right now because they not even letting people be inside. So you really, you know what I'm saying? It's not like they're giving testimonies as well. They're telling. So if we was the jury, you wouldn't go and watch them videos that Diddy bodyguard put out, Roger or whatever his name is. You're not gonna go watch that. Watch that. Watch that. Take that. Meat. This your man's meat. This Meat Mill man's dog. I love y'all some Meat Mill and Diddy. Dude's weird, bro. This the type of dude that call another dude daddy. I wonder why he was doing that. That was weird. But moral of the story is, you gotta move like a CEO. See, ninjas be talking that. It's cool to talk that, but you really gotta walk that, walk that. If you that CEO, you gotta move like a CEO. You can't be sloppy. Diddy was sloppy, and that's what his fans like, and that's what they accept. You know what I'm saying? You gotta move a certain type of way. You know. Protect the brand, protect the bag. He wasn't doing none of that in that video. He was out of control in his emotions. And you got people out here talking about some get out your feelings when they talking about Diddy. Like, you talking about Diddy, bro? Who are you talking about? Like, dudes is really out here trying to trying to support Diddy right now. Like, weirdos though, but it's people that's doing it. Like the little lawyer dude who tried to say something against what the other lawyer YouTuber was saying. The other old lawyer YouTuber tried to get up there and say, "Oh no, it's shadow without." Man, watch out! Ain't no shadow without. That nigga going to jail, bro. That nigga going to jail. You going to jail, man. Ain't nothing nobody could do about it, bro. He dug this hole for himself. He did this to himself. When you take people money and they work hard for that and they did what you asked them to do, y'all know what that is, right? That's slavery. How has quote unquote FBA, Black Americans, whatever we gonna call ourselves, Israelites, whatever we wanna call ourselves, the real ones, the natives, we all of that, right? Cool, because it's the truth. That's what we really is. But how are we going to sit up here and let somebody watch somebody not be able to eat and telling them they can't get paid the amount of money that they made in contract? This is in contract how much they made. Go on and pay them their money, but you're not gonna do that. Instead of doing that, you're going like erase them, like get them erased, like get them missing. Like that's crazy. And when you start thinking like that, mm-mm, that's called everything we've been talking about in the Illuminati. He one of the main culprits. But a lot of what a lot of FBA men don't understand, they think because they see the Caucasian man doing something, they think they supposed to go and do it. And really, um, you shouldn't want to be like that because you shouldn't want the ways of your oppressor. If you read your book, you will understand that you shouldn't want the ways of your oppressor. You know what I'm saying? Your way is more enlightened. Your way is really called by the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Naturally. You know what I'm saying? So you shouldn't want the ways of your oppressor. Diddy wanted the ways of his oppressor. You know, that's why they let him get so far. You know what I'm saying? They let him get real fat. They let him get real fat. You know what I'm saying? They let him get real fat so they could slaughter him. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they doing right now. It don't matter if they was there. Y'all saying, oh, they was there. All right, they was there. You know, what's up? What's up, Mag? What's up, Tyler? But it don't matter if the feds was there and watch the whole thing go down. The feds always there watching the whole thing go down, and they just let you set your traps. You set your traps for yourself, and then when you walk into the trap that you set, you want to be like, nah, man, nah. Look, she cheated on me. Don't know, that's not a law, bro. You know what I'm saying? Diddy was living so lawless. Like I just seen a video they put up from 1996 where somebody got unalived in a club. You know what I'm saying? By his people and stuff like that. Like he just never took accountability for the stuff. You know what I'm saying? He never took accountability for this stuff. But now y'all want Cassie to take accountability, and she met Diddy at 19 years old. Diddy was already like 30, 40 years old. She met Diddy at 19 years old, bro. What type of accountability is she about to take? As a grown man, you're supposed to know that. I'm younger than when he met Cassie, and I know that. Like, you gotta understand what's really going on out here, especially when you're an FBA man. And anybody not telling you that, they enabling you. They telling you a lie. You don't beat on women, bro, and then think, oh, because she said she like getting punched in her face, I punched her in her face. You know what I'm saying? Eventually somebody gonna be like, yo, I heard would be punching on her face. She be coming over here and nodded up talking about something. Yeah, she just like that. Like, nah, bro, they gonna automatically say she's mentally unstable. Somebody's gonna step in and say, and usually it is the government, it's the law. You cannot do certain things in America. What's wrong with y'all, bro? What's wrong with y'all? What y'all wanna do, bro? Y'all want to put y'all hands on women, but y'all don't want to stand up for y'all people. Did he realize what he was doing, what his resume was? Eventually, he tried to do it at the very last end, tail end, but by then he knew the feds was on him and stuff. It's too late now. You should have been doing that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? You should have been doing that type of stuff. It's too late. It's too late. Don't nobody want to hear that real. People just want to, you know what I'm saying, pander and they looking at the sex workers, people that Diddy was with and all that other shit, and they looking at their pictures and talking about some smash and pass and all of that. I seen you tease it, but at the same time, this is a serious situation, bro. This is serious. This is a serious situation because when it get down to the point where she say, if when a woman listen, when women say, nah, I ain't doing this right now, and women could be, wishy-washy like that. But when she say she not doing something, and then you keep on telling her, no, 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 you gonna do this, and you keep on making her do it, then that at that moment, it only, like I said, only gotta be one time. Like, it only gotta be one time. That's why you always gotta be, you know what I'm saying, gentle with them and asking them questions and, you know what I'm saying, going back and forth, because that's what they like to do. But, well, it's only one time when she say, nah, no, and you keep on going, you know what I'm saying? So Cassie was put in a position, it was much, much, much more dangerous for her because, you know what I'm saying, uh, it was much more dangerous for her because it's like levels to the shit. So it's like, all right, the sex worker dude, Diddy's controlling him with the money. So Diddy controlling all of these people with large amounts of money. You know what I'm saying? That's why the money is important, Myron, because a lot of people don't make that much amount of money. You know what I'm saying? So if you telling a male sex worker, a whole ass dude, like, yeah, bro, I'm gonna give you $25,000, like, he might go and unalive somebody for you. You know what I'm saying? They'll do whatever. And if Diddy telling him to do this, and he giving him 10,000, and Diddy giving the security 10,000, and all these other people that, you know what I'm saying, they only make, let's say, $100,000 a year. You know what I'm saying, or $70,000 a year. That's a lot of money for them. You know, and Diddy control people with money. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to do stuff like this. You're not supposed to move like this as a CEO. That's sloppy. So a lot of y'all ninjas supporting Diddy and all of that and trying to talk about some shadow of the dog. No, I don't see the Rico. You a dummy. You understand? You a real life dummy. What Diddy was doing was wrong, bro. What he was doing was wrong. Like, all right, so she got to fight the sex worker. She got to fight the security. She gotta find the right, like, back then I don't think it was really no Uber. So it was like she gotta get a taxi. She gotta, like, you see when she got to the elevator, I don't think she really had like a key, so she probably, like, some hotels like that you can't, I seen somebody was saying like you can't enter the stairs without a key. Like, it's really like that in some buildings. So she probably only could get down probably with the elevator or something like that. So she had to wait for the elevator. That's why when she was just there, when he came around the corner, she was just there standing right there. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like on some type shit like, you know, she didn't know what he was about to do, and then he started beating her like he usually doing, trying to drag her back in the room. What they said with that sex worker, you know what I'm saying? Not what y'all ninjas was talking about, and I knew it wasn't that y'all. Oh, she took something. No, bro, because he wasn't trying to grab nothing from her. He was instantly cursing her out, start beating her ass. Like, bro, if once I seen that video, I started everything else they said. I'm like, yeah, he did that shit, bro. He did that shit, bro. And then he called him Meek Mill Daddy and all this other weird junk. Like, he did that shit, bro. I believe he had the kids at the party. You know what I'm saying? The jits at the party, the little ones at the party. I believe he had all this. And people are terrified. People are terrified to testify against this man. People are scared of him. Keep on believing these little YouTube videos that people is putting out. These 100,000 subscriber YouTubers is putting out ain't qualified as testimonies, and the jury not watching it. The jury is watching all of this shit. If I'm in the jury, I'm watching all of it. Just don't get fooled because, oh, there was, y'all hear a couple, it was white people and this and that. White people watch YouTube. They be the main ones on YouTube. They watching all of this stuff, bro. So I'm pretty sure they watch Roger interview. They watch Gene. They watch all of these people, bro. Just like us. You know what I'm saying? So those qualify as testimonies. Word, that's what I'm trying to tell them, Mag. They just think because Gene, they didn't let him testify, so he keep on trying to test. Nah, bro, he keep on doing videos. They don't need nothing else from him. You know what I'm saying? They're really trying to focus in on the women and how he was controlling the women real bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was really controlling them. Like, they hold everything, bro. It's different when it's a woman, bro. He was controlling them, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? With the drugs and everything like that. You know how he used the men. He used the men for them, like, barricading them from getting away. You know what I'm saying? It's already bad enough. So it's just like I said in the other video. What if Diddy got his own security already, and you got the sex worker? So this is a whole bunch of men in front of Cassie. You know what I'm saying? A whole bunch of men. He be inviting other men. You know what I'm saying, to, urinate on her, whatever. And then, so if he telling them to do something, and don't let her go, they not gonna. What you think they're gonna do? You think they're gonna let her go? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a weird situation. Then he got his own security, and then his hotel security too. And then when you get down to the hotel security that really don't know what's going on, trying to figure out what's going on, he trying to bribe him and tell him like, yo, I'm gonna give you this amount of money. Don't say nothing. All this other stuff. Like, bro, that whole situation could have got wiped off the map, and we probably would have never, what I'm saying, knew what happened. And we all would have been like, yo, she lying. You know, like, that would have been crazy. You'd be like, yo, she lying. Like, but now that we have the video, we know what happened. And, and Diddy need to understand everybody can't be bought. You know what I'm saying? So how you gonna say this guy is gonna walk and he got all of this money, and he think people could be bought, and he just giving out wads of cash and doing a whole bunch of, like, I'm pretty sure, bro, to get to a certain type of point, I don't want to say like, oh, but it's obvious, bro. Diddy probably was doing some other stuff, for money. You know what I'm saying? Who knows what he was doing, but I don't think everything that he was doing with his money was legal under the LLC. What he said it would be music. It's obvious it wasn't just music. You know what I'm saying? And that's where the RICO come in at. That's where the RICO come in at. And if you don't understand that, you might be slow. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. When you sign somebody to a contract for them to do 10 albums, and then instead of doing 10 albums, you're abusing them. It's not like it was consensual. She obviously said there was times where she did not want to do it. That's all it has to be. It has to be one time. And she said there was many times. And then he has other people that was signed to do music, and they're saying the same thing. He was sexually assaulting them as well and abusing them as well. Like, you gotta understand, if we keep on going, like they saying he got like mad different charges, the most they ever seen and shit. Like, I'm telling y'all, bro. I'm telling y'all. Life not sweet like that, bro. Especially in America, bro. You gotta move a certain type of way. Like, I don't know where Diddy thought he was, but people are talking about. Like, they said, I was watching Sicky TV for a little while earlier, and this girl that was inside the trial, she was like, somebody got up there and said something like, we do whatever for Mr. Combs, King Combs, or something like that. We do whatever for him. And it's like what Diddy was doing was he really was running like, and it's crazy. Like, it's just looking more and more like sweatshop type of vibes, dictatorship type of vibes. Like, he really was doing that. Like, he really was doing that. Like, bro, it's just every day, bro. It gets more and more like sex trafficking. Like, bro, it gets more and more crazy. Like, Diddy might have thought that shit was cool when they got up there and was like, we'll do anything for Mr. Combs, King Combs. Like, he might have thought that sounded good, but like when you supposed to be just being a CEO, outstanding kid to the city citizen, it kind of looks crazy. Kind of like, all right, what are you doing? Are you doing like a cultish type of thing? Then you got people like you know, ending up quote unquote missing and stuff like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's scary to a lot of people. Then you got really people coming out saying they're scared. They're voicing this and saying they're scared. Check the fort, check the fort, check the fort. You know what I'm saying? He got multiple people saying they scared. Like, that's crazy. And then we got proof, and then he got all types of stories and stuff. So I just want y'all to think. Don't think the jury is stupid. The jury is taking account what's being said on YouTube and these videos that's going viral on YouTube, going crazy. They're taking account to that. Then they're matching it up. That's why the prosecutor said use your common sense. They're matching this stuff up with the stuff that's happening in court, and I'm pretty sure it's a very crazy, surreal situation to them. And then they're looking at Diddy too. So we all in the jury, but they really in the jury. They really looking at it. And it's probably a crazy situation. That's a crazy thing to go through. Like, yo, you really seeing Diddy go down, but people not understand. Oh, well, why is only Diddy if it's a Rico? Like, that's the dumbest thing you could say. When you got all, like, Diddy got probably the most witnesses and people testifying against him ever. We gonna see. They said this gonna last for a minute. Trial gonna be like a month and some days, so it's gonna be a lot of people testifying against Diddy, and it's a real emotional thing for them. And I'm pretty sure the jury is seeing or at least hearing about it. Like, it's a real emotional thing for these people. People are having to be in therapy and everything. So I hope y'all don't think it's sweet, you Diddy supporters, you Diddy fanboy. You know what I'm saying? I can't really tell you what I want to tell you because the YouTube community guidelines, but you guys know what you are. You know what I'm saying? So that's not nothing to support. Um, you know what I'm saying? That's not an FBA hero. That's not nothing that we should be idolizing. You know what I'm saying? We don't love money, but we get it. We don't love it though. You know what I'm saying? For the love of it. You know what I'm saying? The root of all evil. You know what I'm saying? And we don't idolize that though, but we get it though. We gotta do what we gotta do. You know what I'm saying? And bargain, but we not gonna bend over. You know what I'm saying? And what Diddy was doing, he was bending over. You know what I'm saying, to the Illuminati. And people want to look at it how they look at it, but we've been known this. Like, this not a secret. You know what I'm saying? This is real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody in the streets, if you really quote unquote the streets and all this other stuff, man, shut up. He innocent until proved. If you wasn't, man, shut up. Everybody in the streets already know this about Diddy. Everybody already knew this. It was just a matter of time. It was just a matter of time. So you can't just do people any type of way and think you're gonna get away with it for the sake of getting away with it because of who you are. And I think Diddy thinks it's a lot more people that love him than people that despise him and don't like him. I'm pretty sure that he thinks it's a lot of people that love him and look up to him and like I don't really think it's like that. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a lot of people that don't like Diddy. You know what I'm saying? So like, comment, and subscribe, man. Like, comment, and subscribe. You know, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna get back on her later. Just gotta get some stuff done, but I'm gonna get back on her later. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'm out.